As I was saying before I started having a coughing fit, this was the greatest movie ever! It had this one guy, and there were people dying. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. First, they were going to go on a retreat, and he falls asleep, he wakes up, oh my god, the bridge is falling apart, everybody get out! Then the one guy gets killed by the bus, because he's still in the car, or bus, or whatever, and he gets smashed into the water. The next one falls off the bridge, gets hit by a car, then falls off the bridge. Next one dies from oil, other one gets hit by a girder thing, I don't know what the fuck it is. The next one dies by impaling. The next one gets killed by getting sliced in half. And then the guy wakes up and he figures out it's just a dream. But he remembers a few permanent things about it. A song playing, him cutting himself, and his dick burning. Oh wait, no, that was just me. Anyway, he goes, the bridge is going to collapse. We all gotta get off now. And he goes, grabs everybody, gets them up, and they get off the bridge, and the whole bridge just collapses and kills like 86 people. Later on, they're in this cemetery, and this black guy comes up and says, "Death does not like to be cheated." And they're like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of me! You suck! Get on! Get bye!" And then later on, oh fuck! Let me think here. I think the first person that dies is the gymnast. Yeah, the gymnast. She just falls off, gets impaled on the thing. Anyway, she's doing the twirly twirl on the bar thing. And then this other gymnast, she's out doing the flips and stuff on the pole thing, and she steps on a screw, falls over, knocks dust over into the fan. The fan blows smoke all over. She goes, "Ah!" and then flips and then lands on her body, basically, and snaps her spine, and her ass and the back of her head are touching together. And I think one of her legs is broken off. It was glorious, man! And then I got these 3D glasses that are in the other room. I don't really feel like grabbing them out right now. And then the next death, there's this fat guy with the glasses who's a pervert at the same time, or an adulterer. I don't fucking know about these goddamn terms. Anyway, he goes into a spa, gets needles pointing all over him. The table breaks up, he falls, slams into the ground, all needles are in his body. You think he's dead then, which technically that should kill any person, but apparently this doesn't kill him. He gets up, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, I get needles in my body," and then the phone starts ringing and the fire falls down and there's oil all over the ground and it's tasting like, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm safe," and then boom, it flattens his fucking head. It was awesome, man. And then the third death came with the black guy, but the black guy pushes this other guy apparently out of the way, but then the thing goes down, takes him with it, and he's like, grabs on the thing, is like impales himself on the head, and he's like, just dies like a bitch from that, and it's fucking hilarious. And apparently this gives him the rest of that guy's life, which makes no fucking sense. Now, anyway. The fourth death comes from the chick with the glasses. Apparently the rocker chick. They're called tits. That was glorious. Anyway, she goes and she wants to go get eye laser corrective surgery, whatever the fuck it is. So she won't have to use glasses anymore. And the thing starts piling up in the numbers rapidly. And then she's like, I can't reach it. And then accidentally activates it and starts burning her eye. And then she finally gets out after she goes, and pulls out the twiggy thing. And then she gets out and it's like, and then the two, the boyfriend and girlfriend, who are now ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend, and now we're back to being boyfriend and girlfriend. It makes no fucking sense. It's a goddamn love triangle. I love quadruplet or some shit like that. They're like, help me, and then finally dies on top of a car. And then falls off and rolls off on the cement. Deader than a goddamn brick. It was glorious. That was the best death ever. What could possibly beat it? Possibly the next death. There's this FBI agent that goes in the restaurant after their buddy pulls a gun on him. It's like, you both, one of you needs to, you need to die in order for me to live. And it's like, no, don't do that. It's like, but I must. I'm a greedy motherfucker. You will die. And he goes, and he shoots the black guy, and apparently takes the rest of his life, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yes, I win, haha, but I'm still going to have to kill you because you witnessed the death of an FBI agent. Whore. And she's like, oh no, and then runs off while he's shooting at her, and then the guy comes back, after being knocked unconscious, starts helping her. The gun gets knocked off on the stove after he turns all the stoves and shit on. And the gun starts getting lit on fire, which makes no fucking sense. Anyway, and he gets thrown off again. He's about to kill her with a knife. He's like, and then all of a sudden gets impaled with a chicken cooker. It was the best death ever. Oh, and the FBI agent gets shot in the back like 7 times beforehand. It was glorious. It was the best death ever. And then like, oh, we're finally safe now. And it's like, oh, yes, finally. Also, dust in the wind. Cryptic foreshadowing. And then it's like, they're going on a plane, like, oh yes, we finally get to live our lives out in Paris. And then they see 2 passengers that are freaking out, and like, oh, I wonder what that was about. And not worried about it. And he goes, puts headphones on in the middle of the flight, and the song starts playing. After he cuts his finger, he goes, it's like, and then you hear the specific lyrics that you heard at the beginning of the movie. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. And it's like, oh fuck, we're all gonna die. And then the part of the plane breaks off, and his lady friend gets sucked out of the plane. It's like, no way, I got you, you're not gonna, oh no. And then she gets sliced in half by the wing of the plane. It was the best death ever. He's like, no. And the plane starts exploding. And it like takes him and burns him alive. He's like, It's like, yeah. It's like, that was the best death ever right there. And then it cuts this scene with the black guy talking to one of his co-workers. And it's like, yeah, it really sucks that guy died. He's like, yeah, it did. And the autopsy report actually showed he only had like a couple of days to live before the thing in his head had exploded and killed him. It's like, a couple of days. Like, yep, life is a bitch. And then a plane hits the fucking bar. It was the greatest movie ever. I mean, there was deaths and... Oh, I forgot to mention, the boss gets hit in the face with a wrench. After the black guy death, it's like, get drew, oh, right in the face with a wrench. That was also glorious. It was one of the best deaths ever. Quite possibly the best death. Boo! That was a great fucking movie. I mean, I would need to watch it 17 more times. But I didn't have $20 more for the tickets. Which sucked. So, this is Chester A. Boom signing off saying, you got any change? Change! Ah, you got any change? Come on, help a guy out